Hey, what's going on, people? Slick Trolling here. I wanted to show you this game I've been playing. It's called Star Wars Rivals. It's a little bit of a different style. It's a kind of a rail shooter with a Star Wars skin. There is a little bit of a competitive scene, but the game's in beta right now, so it's really kind of hard to have a competitive scene when there's features that don't really work properly, and they haven't really focused on eliminating a lot of the cheaters and mods. There are you'll see some of that where you're shooting at somebody, and I don't know if it's cheating or if it's just there's a bug in the system. You're just shooting at them for like 10 minutes and nothing's happening. So stuff like that kind of makes it a little frustrating. So it there's pretty much only one game mode, and that's the ranked ladder. The problem with that is that if you're actually trying to gain rank, you really got to play a lot, because the season is only a little less than 3 days. It's like 2.5 days. So when you go into a season, you score points in a match, and I'll go over that in a little bit. But when you score points, those points go towards your rank for the season, and as you go up the ladder, obviously you get better rewards. The problem with this system is because the seasons are so short and they reward the points the way they do, I find that it's super grindy to get anywhere in this game as far as score is concerned, okay? So I've only hit rank 1 once, and I played the game for a really extended amount of time. Since then, I've pretty much decided I'm just going to play it for a little bit, see what happens, see what rank I get, and I pretty much always fall somewhere in the top 10. So I'm usually, anywhere in there. So it's a lot of fun in little pieces. We'll just put it that way. If you want to just sink some time into something, you want to play something Star Wars skinned, a little bit different from Force Arena. There is, I find in this one, it seems, I could be mistaken, but people throw around pay to win a lot. But honestly, in this game, it kind of feels like it is, because the amount of credits and crystals it takes to do pretty much anything in this game is astronomical. Okay, so let's look at, for example, I have Captain Phasma here. She's my main character, one of my highest ranked characters. Okay, now in order for me to upgrade anything on her, you can see I'm like 7 levels behind, and I play this every day, even just a little bit, not a ton, but enough. Okay, I play this every day, and you can see here that her abilities are 7 levels behind her actual level. This is the reason. When you go in here, first of all, you have to have these points, which is one thing. Okay, when you have an ability point, that's fine, but then you also need credits. Okay, and they don't give you a lot of these. Most of your reward actually comes from the ranks, the rank season, and that seems to be pretty generous. And the battle boxes. The battle boxes are pretty generous too. So for playing like 10 games or whatever, you get a box. Those ones are pretty generous. The free ones, not so much. And the only way I can see to get crystals is the battle boxes, and you get 1. And crystals, if we go back to the shop here, or we ain't going to the shop yet. Crystals will buy you crates, or they'll buy you the currency here, the credits. Okay, and it's pricey for a very small amount. Now you can also buy crystals with real money. I like the bundles in Force Arena because at least they give you, like, here's some crystals, here's some credits, here's a pack and a character, like, or something like that, right? Like, I feel like even in Force Arena, I don't really buy a whole lot in that game, but when I do, I get my money's worth, and I generally speaking. So I feel pretty good about that. It's something that I didn't experience in Galaxy of Heroes, which is part of the reason why I don't play it anywhere near as much as I used to. But with this one, definitely has I think a pay-to-win aspect of it, because there's no way to really level your characters if you're free to play. And I bought a little pack like when I first started, and that's what allowed me to get my characters where I did. If I had have stayed completely free to play, I don't even think I'd be this high, to be honest. But there's a nice selection of characters here. You got nothing from Clone Wars era. It's all pretty much Empire. And New Republic, or not New Republic, sorry, First Order and Resistance. That's pretty much the whole focus. So anything New Hope and forward. There's a pretty decent roster here. There's some rehashes, like you'll get, like, there's the rare version of Leia and then like the epic version of Leia, and they're slightly different. They got different abilities. They're even different archetypes, but you get the idea. So there's this there's tactical, survival, and I forget the other one. I think that's the 3 types. But you can see these little icons in the top left-hand corner. These icons indicate what type they are, and there's kind of like this rock paper scissors synergy there. It's not to the point where it breaks everything, but it's to the point where you do get an advantage. It's not as big. It still comes down to whether you can actually aim your damn cursor or not. If you can't aim your cursor, then you can't shoot at anything. Now, I'm playing on an emulator, which kind of feels a little bit like cheating, to be honest, and I've played it on my phone, and it's a completely different experience. But playing it on an emulator kind of feels a little bit like cheating. But anyways, let's get into a game, and I'll show you what this game's about, okay? So, these are the characters I'm running with. Captain Phasma, First Order Commander, and Han Solo. Han Solo I just got leveled up a couple days ago. Now, you get to choose a troop type to go with you, because throughout the map, as a few seconds into the game, you get reinforcements. Those reinforcements will help you fight other reinforcements and the heroes. And some heroes have synergy with their troop types. For example, the First Order Commander, his ability is focus fire. So when you do that on something, the troops will all automatically start firing on that unit if they can. If they're in range of it. If not, a lot of times they'll move. But again, it's buggy, so sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And you also get, it does like a damage buff, and they can't switch characters and that sort of stuff. But so there's some synergy there. Plus, they get bonuses. They give bonuses to their troops as well. Like Phasma gives them if her weapon overheats, she gives a buff to all her units for weapon damage. That kind of stuff. So let's get into a game. Alright, so here we are, we're in here. So you can see the layout here. I mean, I'm in cover right now. And he's already going up. I'm going to use Phasma's ability, which makes her gun go completely ballistic here. Swap out characters. So there's troops spawning now. Troops are worth 5 points, okay? And you can see the score at the top there. So it's about it's 3-minute games, about the length of a Force Arena match, with no overtime. Hans is a triple shot. Anyways, as I was saying, the characters are worth 25 points unless they're a rival to your character. You'll see rival when you go into the match. So, for example, Finn and Phasma are rivals. If you beat one or the other with one or the other, then you get an extra 5 points. Units are worth 5 points apiece. Now, you can kind of stack this stuff up if you like. I like to generally, because you can go over 200 points. 200 points wins you the game, but you can go over 200 points if you position yourself correctly and get the bonus. Okay, and I'll explain that in a second, because you kill a few troops here. I'm going to switch to my First Order. Focus fire. I don't. All my dudes will focus there. And he gets a bodyguard. I got a bodyguard too. The bodyguard isn't worth points. Okay. Oh, I'm going to screw myself out of that. Okay, so I'm at 185 points now. So if I kill 2 units... If I kill 2 units and put myself at 195. Okay. And then kill another hero. That's okay. And then kill another hero. I'll get 25 points. And that'll put me over. So I'll get 220. 220, as far as I can tell, is the most you can get unless you kill a rival, which would be 225. I didn't get 2... Oh, they must have killed a unit. Yeah, they must have killed a unit. That's okay. Okay, so now I just got enough for my battle crate. Okay, so we're going to pop this thing, and you'll see the kind of rewards you get for playing. Alright, so there you go. Okay, I didn't get a crystal this time. Sometimes you do. But yeah, you can see, like, you get about 500 credits, and you get some character unlocking stuff, okay? So these are your typical things that you get from those kind of character grindy games where they're like, here's a shard for so-and-so, collect 170,000 of these, and you can play them at the lowest level of the... Anyway, I'm just kidding, but honestly, they nerfed the amount that it takes to get them significantly because it was obnoxious. You can see here, these are the amount of shards, or whatever the hell they're called in this game, to unlock that character or rank them up. Now, ranking them up gives them a significant boost in power and health and damage and all that stuff. In addition to the ranking system for the characters themselves, they also level up, and then they have their own ability stats as well. So like I was showing you at the beginning of the video, you can see here that her level is 22. So I can level any of my abilities to level 22 as well, but each one has its own level category. Again, this is kind of reminiscent of Galaxy of Heroes to me, where you have to level each character's individual powers separately. Then that it's not just like an overall buff like it is in Force Arena, where if you just level up a character, that character is overall better. And in this case, as far as I can tell, leveling up actually gives them no additional power. All it does is give you higher ranks to get unlocked, or higher ability points, whatever, you know what I mean. So it seems like leveling up doesn't actually have any direct effect on power, only if you apply it to the actual abilities themselves. My main problem with this game is just how much time it takes to do anything. I feel like the crates, I mean, they're standard crates. They're like they are in Force Arena, except, you know, get the same amount of slots and whatever else. I just feel like you don't get enough in them for the amount of time that you wait, and I feel like the amount that it requires to do anything in this game is really, really high. So I think that needs to be addressed, but it is beta, like I said, so it's not, I'm not expecting the game to be 150%. That's impossible. I'm gonna play one more game. These are the same characters. Honestly, I just play the characters that I've worked on the most, and I kind of start working down the list. And because if you play with a weaker character, see, okay, now we got rival here. We got Poe and Phasma. So if I'm on Phasma and I kill Poe, I'll get an extra 5 points. Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not. Okay. We're just waiting here, chilling. I didn't see where he spawned. He's probably right there. Yeah, there he is. Okay, overheat my weapon. And melt him. Now, my weapon stays overheated for a while, so I'm actually gonna... Whoops. I'm actually gonna swap to Han. Okay, so now he's Akbar. Now, I'm not sure, I haven't played Leia, so I don't know what that ability is, but it always just one-shots me. So, like, as you can see, there's not a ton to the game. You can move around to these different covers. The cover is destructible, and some characters specialize in destroying it. There's no bonuses to getting headshots or anything like that. At least as far as I can tell. Oh, maybe there is. I've never really noticed that before. So you can't swap heroes again until all your heroes are defeated. So, like, if one dies, you have to wait until they all die in order to switch over. Which is why I don't like running characters that aren't strong. Okay? If you're gonna do it with them paired with a few that are stronger. See? It bugged out there. My cursor went nuts and I stopped shooting. It looked like I was shooting, but I wasn't. And that's the kind of stuff that you see in here. Sometimes when you die and like you respawn, your camera bugs right out and it'll like pan out. You can't do anything. You can command, you can control, like you can get them to do their special or shoot, but that's it. You can't aim, nothing. So it's pretty crappy in that sense. But anyway, that gives you an idea. Like that's the gameplay. See, now I got it that time. Perfect. The bonus of the 220 points. See, my rank's going up. And it'll pretty much stay around here if I play a few games every day. I might lose it, I might not. But the rewards aren't so incredible that it's worth grinding out like crazy. And that's what I mean. Like, I feel like everything in this game, as far as rewards, is kind of, well, thanks. Like, it's not wow, that's awesome. That's what a great reward I got there. Like it's okay. Like for example, in the seasons in Force Arena, or the guild missions rather, level 10 guild mission gives you a shitload of stuff, and you are guaranteed a character every single season, whether it's a good one you want or not. But you're guaranteed one character at least, and I'm pretty sure it's one. And then that's for each side that you play as well, so it's worth it. In this, there's guilds as well, okay? So yeah, in the guilds, there's also like a guild reward section, kind of like there is in Force Arena. So there's a guild mission, you know, if you get so many kills or whatever as a guild, you get like these different, the tiers go up on this thing here. Now it gives you credits of some kind, I guess it could be anything, credits as well, and then it gives you these spike things, I don't know, and those spike things, I forget what they're called, they have a specific name, are for a crate in here, this one here, and it's a rare crate. It's okay, like I'm not like losing my mind over it. It takes a pretty long ass time. I haven't gotten one yet, so it gives you an idea of how long it takes to get one, and the reward is kind of underwhelming again. But anyways, guys, it's like I said, it's kind of fun. It might be your thing, it might not be. Either way, I just wanted to showcase it to a little bit here because I've been playing it and I've got a guild going if you're interested. If not, that's cool too. Just throwing it out there. And I'm playing it. Like, I'm going to continue playing it. I just would like to see it get some better development going on here because it's not fantastic, and it really probably could be, in all honesty. Guys, that just about does it for Star Wars Rivals here. Hopefully you enjoyed the content. If you did, hit that like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. Leave a comment if you don't. That way I know what you didn't like about it, and then I can fix it moving forward. If you do enjoy this kind of content, you'd like to see more of it, go ahead and hit that subscribe. I really appreciate that. It helps me out a ton. Anyways, guys, you take it easy.